It's Dave Johan once again for Punch Out Boxing. Please be joined by Marley Mason. How are you, mate?
I'm very well, very well. Just like, living a dream now. Just like, living in the gym, working and doing all sorts.
I mean, living in the gym is the best place to be, considering your fight is in about 23 and a bit days, isn't it? 21 days away. So yeah, it's round the corner. You've got a very, very good fight ahead of you. Some would consider a tough fight in another unbeaten prospect with Louie. Um, Talk to us about the fight. You're both 5-0. You're both putting your unbeaten records on the line. So, how did the fight come about, and what do we expect on February the 24th?
I mean, the fight was talked about for a very long time. I mean, how I knew Louis through the Herringay Cup and all that. Obviously, I was amateur. And I only had one fight in amateurs, like in the Herringay in England boxing, but also like in the alliance as well. And yeah, just what can I say? Like like the fight was talked about for a very long time in the amateur and also in the pros. Like ever since Louis started off and ever since I started off, like they wanted to make the fight happen on the second professional fight, but like I said, like let's have it, but Louis didn't want it. I think he ducked me three times, but ever since I got the draw with Jeff Fori, obviously that's when he thought, oh, you know what, I can probably have Marley now, but he doesn't realise that I'm the best version of myself now. So I have my little knockback, but now I'm destined for the comeback.
Yeah, so just on this one as well, Marley. I mean, prospects that fight so early on, sometimes big promoters they want to see two unbeaten prospects with titles on the line. They want to see this later on down the line. So for both of you, first of all, to take this on so early on in your careers, do you think later on down the line, considering what happens, who gets titles before each other, that you could see this as coming back to it again as well?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we all gonna know, if you know Marley Mason and if you know Louis O'Doherty, you know you're gonna have a firefight. You know what I mean? You know you're gonna see like a war, and I wouldn't mind running it back again after this. No matter who wins, loses, or draws or whatnot, it's going to be run back again in the future. So it's good for us prospects to like fight each other so early on in our careers and just putting it all on the line. But it's not realistically, it's not a win lose situation. Like for Louis, it probably is a like like if he loses, he's probably gonna think to himself, "Oh no, I'm back to the beginning now." But like realistically, you're not. Like you can come back from it. We're both young. We're both got big futures ahead of us, no matter what the cost is. So, it'd be really good. I mean, I know for a fact I'm going to win, regardless. I know. I just like got that. I dream of it. Like I'm proper, like I'm proper. No, everything's going right in camp. Everything's just go is on top notch at the moment, and I just see myself winning regardless.
I mean, it's been billed as boxer versus brawler, hasn't it? I mean, Louis, you've seen Louis, no doubt. I mean, he's been on TM14 cards, and you've got a very, should we just say, aggressive come forward style. Do you think that will make the fight? Because styles make fights, don't they? So boxer
He
versus
ain't a boxer
your
though.
aggression.
I don't think he's a boxer. Like everyone say, oh, he's a boxer, slip boxer. He's not a slip boxer. Have you seen the size of him? He looks like I said, he looks like Frank Bruno as a midget. Like he's all like robotic. I know. Yeah, he's a bit snappy with his punches. He's like he's a bit big and all that. But like people keep saying he's a boxer and all that. And like, I'm not being funny. He's been dropped on his last fight. and he was really hurt from it. So you know, like people say he's slick boxer and all that. I don't think he is. If if he outboxes me, fair enough. But like, I can't see it happening. I think he's gonna like end up trading with me, and it's gonna be the wrong thing that he's doing. If anything, I'm more of a boxer because,
Mm.
I can switch up to be a boxer, and you will see that on February 24th. But people keep saying he's slick and all that, mate. 24th of February, you see, like he ain't slick and all that. He's just one dimensional. He's just got strength. That's all he's got, and it's simple as that.
And I mean, we spoke off camera about this anyway, but my colleague from Punch Out Boxing, Raw, was there. He gave him, I think you broke bread with Jaffa Cake, didn't you? Knowing yourself, um, which you did. But yeah, I asked him how was the press conference. He said surprisingly you were fairly quieter than normal. Can you just touch upon that again?
I mean, I wanted obviously as fighters, we want to build up like the fight as well. Like build up the fight. I mean, I said some things. Like I said, you're going to see a more intelligent Marley, and you're going to see like this, that, and this. And I was saying about the Dos Santos fight. Obviously, that's the only person that Louis thought
Yeah,
that I thought, and I just like touched up that I beat Dos Santos with ease, and Louis was fucked, and which he was like 4 rounds. At the end of 4 rounds, Louis's mouth was wide open, like he was so tired and all that. It was a joke. I thought Dos Santos like could have edged a draw, if not a win, on that fight. If I was being totally honest, yeah, Louis looked strong for the first one or maybe 1.5 rounds, but other than that, he was tired and all that, and didn't know what to do. So I touched that, and all Louis said was, "I just want to do this intelligence," and I was just like thinking to myself, mate, like you got to come up with something better than that. But like he just he's not really a talker, Louis. Like I can talk and back up what I say in it, but Louis not much of a talker. He just likes doing backflips and all that.
that's understood. And an opponent that you had, Jeff Before, I remember commentating on that fight as well. It was a very tough fight to score, if I'm being honest. And have you reached out to Jeff because he's gone on to a big win after that as well, hasn't he?
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Like, there was a lot of people that said Jeff should have won the fight. There's a lot of people that said I should have won the fight. It's just on that night, it was just like a complete shamble. Like I mean,
Mm.
you had in the Bassi and SK fighting, and then their crowd like sort of like you know just kicked off for a good like hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. They said, and then me and Jeff obviously got the news that we might be not fighting, and then it was, oh, we're not fighting, and then we're fighting, and then, oh, hold up a minute, you're not fighting, and it's just like
Yeah,
it was complete. And then like they said like last second, like you're fighting, get your gloves on, this, that, and this, and then got our gloves on. We both was cold anyways. Like we was waiting there, like sitting ducks, like thinking to ourselves, what the hell is happening? And then
mm,
they narrowed it down to a 4 rounder, not 4 rounder, 6 rounder. And I was a bit like, I should have just walked out the venue then. I should have went, nah, mate, like I wasn't here for the 6 rounder, I was here for an 8 rounder. But you know what, me being me, I can't turn down a fight. So we had it off. We both went backwards and forwards. Like we both punched shit out of each other, and that was it. Like we got the draw, and you know what? Fair play to Jeff. Like he's a lovely guy and all that, but we will get it on again, and I'll beat him next time. But for now, our target is Louie O'Doherty, and I just want to beat that little midget round the ring and show people what I'm made of.
fair, fair play to you. I mean, just touching upon that night as well. It was horrendous because people didn't know whether they were coming or going. The crowd was kicking off. we were in the midst of it as well, saying no, go back to seats. No, 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 we need you. No, no, go back. So yeah, well, it was a chaotic night, should we just say, Marley?
It was
Very
just it
chaotic.
was just it was just a chaotic training camp and everything really, like towards that fight. I mean, we only got noted about that fight 4 weeks, four weeks,
Mm.
and literally before it was aggro, not like nothing to do with boxing. It was outside of boxing, and then obviously on fight night aggro, and then after the fight aggro. My head was my head was spinning like literally before to that fight day to after, and I just needed a bit of. It was good because I needed a bit of time off because I took 2 months or maybe like less than that off, and now I'm back and now I feel better than ever. So just like what's happened in the past is in the past now. Now we're looking towards the future, and we got a Southern Area title fight, which I'm happy about. Finally, get to prove to people what I'm about.
So early on for both of you as well. So hats off to both of you for taking this. It's going to be one great night. Um, as a fan, are you going to be watching Aziz Bouatsi on Saturday?
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. I mean, I touched up about this subject. I think it's going to be a close fight, but obviously, I think Aziz might edge it. I know that sounds mad, but I just got that sneaky feeling that Dan Aziz might pull off a little bit of an upset.
What do you think? Do you think it will be a points win, or do you see him stopping Bouatsi? It's going to be a good one, isn't it? Regardless of the outcome.
I think I think the outcome be on point, then I think it'd be tight. But I'm going to go with Dan Aziz.
Good stuff. Right, before we let you go. Have you got any messages or any shout outs or anything that you want to give about your sponsors?
Um, yeah, definitely. So I like to thank all my sponsors: Boat Supplies, Tan and Glow, GJS, and On the Mend. Oh, there's probably others, but I take them all in anyways. Wow Hydrate as well, don't forget the big one. I like to thank my sparring partners, Brandon Allbecks and Reese Bellotti for the amazing spars. I like to thank my trainer, Gareth Lawrence, and the Westfield Boxing Club for being amazing. I like to thank just everyone in my life for, making me the best version of me today. And February 24th, Louie, we're going to get it on, mate.
Good stuff. We'll be there, and yeah, may the best person win. But thanks for your time today, Marley. We'll catch up soon, and definitely see you fight week on the 24th.
Definitely, mate. Thank you. I hope you and the family are well. And yeah, see you on the 24th.